Canberra United coach Anthony Jagranek has secured finals football for his side in his first season as head coach of Canberra United. It is the 10th time that Canberra have made finals and the first since 2021. Side going all in. Well, it's of course the last time these two sides faced each other was back in January at McCullough Park. Canberra United prevailed 1-0 that day. Of course, their own goal attributed to Shamkana, but it was the work of Sophia Christopherson. And Casper as well came off the bench last week, scored, as has been her role many times throughout the season for Western Sydney Wanderers, but she gets the start today. Price and Eunice line up. How will this game finish? Will we see more chaos as we saw last week? Maybe more composed performance from these two sides. Eunice gets us underway here at CommBank Stadium, and immediately out to the right to Danica Matos. Played every minute of this campaign for Western Sydney Wanderers. Komisky pushing out wide. On the flank. Squared in the middle for Price. And the ball is aimed for Eunice. She gives the thumbs up. And Wanderers starting directly with their attack. Sally James will take her time to pick it up. Just trying to invite Caspers in. Signifying that switch up of play. Well, Sally James has had a remarkable season so far. And she got to continue it on in this game. Too much effort on that ball. Buchanan waiting for it to roll to her. It's mixed results for the Wanderers at this venue. Searching for their 5th ever win at CommBank since they started playing there back in 2019. Caspers trying to fight through. Also the feet of Eunice. Rue. Eventually Christopherson, and it's a bit of a fumble, but James is there to mop up. Puts her body over the ball, and well, that's 2 quick passages of play towards the goal for the Wanderers. Starting the game strongly. Canberra opting to start with a bit more composure here. They're coming off 2 consecutive wins in the last 2 games. It's a fight to get into finals, but they were able to secure it. Can they push themselves further up the ladder? They secure points in this game. James through the centre, finds Heyman. It's to leave it go under the feet. Christopherson. Out wide, then a beautiful ball aimed towards Keane. And Amy Hall. Just her 2nd ever Ninja A-League appearance, her 1st start as well. And look, that run of play there. Off balance was Keane. You know that if she scores, there'll be the celebration. Komisky. Back out. Buchanan trying to look through the middle. Caspers loses her footing. Mason trying to calm the tempo. Robers in the defensive line for Canberra in this game. Harrison with the strong boot. Eunice chests it down. Matos. Beautiful delivery into Rue. And mopped up by Robers in the end. Will be the first corner of the game. The Wanderers had some luck in a lot of stages of that game with their corners last week. beautiful ball from Danica Matos, who got another assist to her name in that first goal the Wanderers scored. We're still looking for her first ever Ninja A-League goal. Price will be on the corner duties. Price bounces in the middle. Matos looks to flick it back. Eunice looks to use the width. Price swung into the back of Gordon, coming up against her former club. Matos. Eunice does well to win the ball back after initially a heavy first touch. Chisari dancing her way through. Eunice will go back to her captain. Very involved in the opening minutes of play, Talia Eunice. A switch up from Chisari to McComiskey. Buchanan squeezed out of space. Awkward off the feet. It bounces and bobbles. In the end, Sally James' first two. A lot of ball deep in the attacking third for the Wanderers. Now Stanish Floody, ball over the top. Foot race between Keane and Buchanan. Keane. And then Michelle Heyman perks it back. Hall, a brilliant save with her outstretched arm. And Matos there in the end to mop it up for the clearance. We'll talk about big moments for a young goalkeeper to come on. Aiden Keane did brilliantly here to just hold the ball back and play it backwards to Heyman. Thomason goes down on the edge of the box. Just couldn't keep her control. But that's promising play. We've seen both sides venture deep in their own halves. Of course, Maddie Asen, while she was the goal scorer last week, she was the difference. Chisari. Murata. Heyman right on her tail. There's communication between McComiskey and Buchanan. Jones making sure that that throw-in being taken from the correct position. Quick little change possession here. Buchanan almost stutters on the throw, trying to find a player. Booted back centrally, and Harrison forced to give chase a little bit. Finding almost an awkward position. Didn't really let that one go for too long. Great work from Mackenzie just to use her body, get in front of Caspers. Rue looked to square it centrally, but there was no Western Sydney Wanderers player there, just Christopherson. Sandy Foley with again another strong ball off the boot, headed back centrally. Matos bounces off the back of Caspers. Murata. Price, then Murata, then Buchanan. Keane forced to help out defensively. Alone, just chasing doggedly now. Chisari. Well, the flag goes up for Caspers. It's an awkward delivery, swinging back. Well, in the first 9 minutes of play, Wanderers holding 62% possession. Of course, Dos Santos sisters there in the stands. Diana Dos Santos playing for Canberra, of course, her sister Diana Dos Santos playing for Sydney. Here in support. Some very exciting young Australian talent in that family alone. Matos. Eunice loses her footing. Mopped up. And Bayason tries to move her way down the pitch. Ball goes for the wide option rather than directing it back into traffic. Getting used to this pitch, only the second time they've played here this season. Buchanan. Darting one way, then the other. McKenzie holding strong. She had a broken collarbone at the start of the season, been very involved since her return, and another look there. Buchanan and McKenzie battling it out. Even does well to swing it back into the field of play. Sorry, winning the duel in that moment. Wanderers showing a bit more patience at this time in the build-up. Now going for the long ball. Taylor Young to Christopherson, merely to Gordon. Toss in the air, heads it once, heads it a second time. Jones immediate on the whistle there. Gordon grabbed by Rue. First time we've seen they've conceded in this game. Taylor Young, long ball. She looks over the shoulder to spot Eunice, decides to involve her goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers getting involved. James a long way out, but dealt with by Asen. Malone. Scoop delivery to find McKenzie, pushing down the flank. Comiskey and Heyman, that's the battle to keep your eyes on this evening. Look at the possession stats so far, 60% for the Wanderers. Very keen to hold on to the ball in this game. We scored a lot in the game last week as well. Price. We saw in last week's game as well. Canberra only had 38% possession, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw similar possession stats for both teams coming into this match. Rue crosses it in, and heavy off the head of Caspers. Look at that ball. The delivery there, and Rover's doing well just to drag Caspers away from goal. as that stat appearing as well. Canberra with the 2 shots so far in this match. Cincinnati for their share of the possession. Haven't been able to build too much just yet. Harrison, she looks up, will she have a goal of it? Caspers. Again, she's been good at reading that flight of the ball along the ground. Flicks off the face of Caspers. So goalkeeper for Canberra United, Koko Masarovic, helping deliver that ball back to the players on the field. Bush LaRue, she'll had that early, now conceded on Gordon. Also involved now in that second foul, this time on Taylor Young. Be careful not to catch the eye of the referee too much. Of course, as mentioned in the pre-game, Canberra playing for the opportunity to host the elimination final, but also potentially to avoid playing against Adelaide United in that elimination final next Sunday. Adelaide have announced to be played at Cooper's Stadium there. Been on a hot run of form as of late. Strong challenge there. Here comes Caspers, tries to square backwards. Eunice lays it off for Price. She has time and space. The first touch didn't help. In the end, booted away by Ason. Sally James, well, she's been phenomenal this season. 6 saves to her name. And Taylor Young put the leg out. This time, it's Rue that goes over the top. Misses the ball entirely and just, in the end, stops the run of the attacker. So a free kick in a dangerous area here. Played on. Quick look at that previous chance. Price. Just got her feet stuck in the ground there. Couldn't quite get her balance up quick enough. Harrison and Eunice standing over the ball. Eunice straight into the wall. Murata. Not a bad delivery. Flicked off by McKenzie. So Western Sydney Wanderers win a corner. Almost double the final third entries of their opponents. James, 5 clean sheets this season, had 6 saves last week, 3rd in the league for saves. Played every single minute for Canberra United this season. Here comes Price. Delivered high, bounces over their heads in the box. Murata as well, been very influential, came up in League One in New South Wales, Premier League system. Very influential for the Wanderers this season now. Keen again, just trying to use that speed to break through McComiskey. Buchanan doing well. The run and the drive. Quickly one back, and then again the possession now falling in favour of Heyman. Matos one of the players you can always trust in getting back quickly is Danica Matos for the Wanderers. Heyman just tracking backwards. Kelly Young looks up before she receives the ball. She knows what's on offer, goes for the longer option. This catches Stanish Floody by surprise. Stanish Floody now from distance. Heyman heads it high and over the bar. What a brilliant opportunity there for Canberra United. Stanish Floody just had the vision there, put it on a delightful spot, put it on a platter really for Heyman, just the power behind it, couldn't direct it towards goal. Heyman's always been such an ever-present aerial threat for United. These two sides are facing each other. 10 wins to Canberra, 5 draws and 3 wins to Western Sydney Wanderers. And a mixed bag of late. Canberra won at home in Colour early in the season. Last season it was a 4-1 win for Western Sydney Wanderers as well. A couple of draws that followed before that. Battle between Taylor Young and Rue, picking up about 4 fouls between them. Stands high in the air. It's the pressure, and Asen Christopherson now being tasked with help building it back out from the back. Coach Tom Solani, Director of Women's Football at Western Sydney Wanderers, before he took up that position. You're watching a couple of Matilda stars, intentionally some of the Matilda stars of the future. We know that these teams have been known for producing young Matildas in recent seasons as well. Chisari. Sydney Wander as well. You can see Chisari putting her hands out, asking for support, and cut off well by Bethany Gordon. Has the time to go. A bit of a run. Just slows it down to bring Keane involved. The first touch betrays her. Gordon. Bethany Gordon, and brilliant block for Amy Hall. Well, isn't she getting involved in just her second ever Ninja A-League game? Gordon looking to strike against her former side. Beautiful run. But Amy Hall, well, she's been super impressive. Had her 20th birthday midweek. Well, able to get a draw last week. Could she get a win as her present this week? Looking for Heyman Asen as well. A bit of a fumble between two of the Wanderers players, and Buchanan and Rue goes out for another corner. Exact same position. Robers to take again. Go for a similar position this time, Robers. Confusion, cleared off the line by Chisari. And the goal will be given. Well, Canberra take the lead in this game. They go up 1-0, much to the displeasure of the Western Sydney Wanderers fans. Another look at that corner there. Seemingly coming off Darcy Malone. They were rising there in the end, while Chisari thought she'd cleared it off the line. And it's just the second ever Ninja A-League goal for Darcy Malone. She celebrates with her captain. A massive moment for the youngster, of course. She made her move in the off-season from Sydney. Appeared in 22nd appearance of the season, now gets her second goal as well.
Goal for Canberra United, scored by number 35, Darcy Malone.
Offside flag goes up. All the Wanderers now go down a goal, but they have had the ability to fight back and win points throughout the season. Not happy at all by the attention she's been given in this game by Buchanan and McComiskey. Strong tug of the shirt. Canberra progress. Taylor Young. Rice is getting involved, as is Gordon. Comes out the victor. And sliding in Harrison. Rue. Have the right angle on it for Caspers to get to it. James plays it along the ground. There's a collision in the back of play between Rue and James, and Mason is pointing to referee Kelly Jones about it, but all involved back on their feet, and the ball traveling down and now conceded again by Gordon, or by Keane rather. Just hits the back of Harada's ankle there. Seven fouls early in this game. Beautiful ball, Eunice. She puts her thumb up in appreciation, but just couldn't get that control on the first touch. It bounced underneath her foot. Great delivery from Holly Caspers. That first ever Ninja A-League goal. Of course, that debut last season was the play to break the Sam Kerr's record. It stood for a couple of weeks until again beaten by Aisha Brooking. Been very involved this season. 15 appearances. Just hasn't had that opportunity to find the back of the net yet. as it stands, 30 minutes played. Western Sydney Wanderers, a goal down to Canberra. Corner. Placement from Rovers. Wilson alone able to put it in. Both teams. Well, Western Sydney Wanderers conceded, well, that was the 12th goal they've conceded from a corner this season. Here comes Heyman. Switching out wide, looking to drift in. While player is available for her. Murata sticks the foot out. Multiple players, that's what it takes to stop Michelle Heyman. Matos looking down the line. Rovers on the ball. Well, that was her 3rd assist of the season. Made the move from the other Green United team in the off-season. Western United found plenty of minutes in the Canberra side. Gordon. Keane. Aideen Keane. Almost a bit of a stumble, just awkwardly off the foot. So her and Christopherson have switched sides now. You can see beautiful delivery, and again, she gets herself in the right positions. That even though that first touch a bit heavy, but almost took her eyes off the ball for a moment as she took that strike. The frustration's evident. Just the 1 goal to her name. She wants to add more to the tally. Even though we're only in the 32nd minute of play, Canberra averaged 3.5 shots on target per game. They're already sitting on 4, so coming into this final match in the home and away and going into finals, they know they need to get these goals to win games. A better opportunity against the side currently bottom on the ladder. Great technical ability on display from Wanderers captain Harrison. Sorry, to Caspers. Drew will have to venture a fair way to collect that ball. Keane. Got a couple of opportunities in this match. Mackenzie's head will drift towards James. Have a look at the shot so far. 6 for Canberra, 4 for Western Sydney Wanderers. Just the 1 shot on target for the Wanderers, 4 for Canberra. Amy Hall, busier of the 2 goalkeepers so far. And of course, possession still really heavily sitting in favour of the Wanderers. 61% to Canberra's 39. It's not about how long you hold the balls, what you make of the opportunities when they present. Price. Chisari. Is drifting back into space. Attempted cross or a shot, but it just finds the top of the roof. Wanderers will add another shot to their tally, but not another shot on target. They're just using their time to aim towards, and well, James knew that one was always sailing over. Curiously enough, it's the Wanderers' top goal scorers currently sitting on the bench. Silvesca and Harding. Of course, Harding, the all-time leading goal scorer for the Wanderers. There's Bronte True as well. She scored the first goal last week, and before that, the last goal the Wanderers had scored 3 games prior. Chisari. Eunice. Pominski. Buchanan. Trying to use the flank. Crosses it in. Taylor Young up in the air. Keen. Down. Chisari from distance. Oh, James had to get behind the ball to collect it. Didn't ever seem to trouble the shot stopper. Look at that attempted strike. It was dipping for James to come collect. Chisari, another player yet to score in the Ninja A-League. Attempts have been building as the season progresses. Well, Canberra currently in the hot seat if they want to jump positions. They were sitting in 6th on 30 points. Score stays as is. They could reach 33. Central Coast currently a goal down to Newcastle. That F3 derby also being played at the same time. So this result currently working in their favour. We know what happened last week when they heard of results of the other game playing in their favour. Could we be in for 2 weeks of magic as they look to fight their way up the ladder? Of course, the final positions we won't know till the end of that Wellington Phoenix versus Western United game tomorrow. Pominski. Looks left and right, left and right. Finally goes to Caspers. Asen has been brilliant in the air defensively for Canberra. Flicks it on centrally. Pings back and forth a couple of times. Outside just battling out. Stable possession in the midfield at the moment. Wanderers wanting to progress, looking to progress, but getting stifled by the Canberra defence. The possession starts 63 to 37. Taylor Young guards that ball out. Another goal kick Canberra's way. Of course, final start next week. Adelaide United taking on whoever is in 6th, and at this time it could be Central Coast, it could be Canberra, it could be Western United. Of course, we won't know till the end of tomorrow's game, but that will be on Sunday, 27th April, kick-off 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Very much looking forward to that one. Adelaide have been in a great run of form, securing finals, which is their 2nd ever time in the Ninja A-League. Who will they be facing? Well, could it be one of the teams in this game? We'll have to wait and find out. Well, we saw this game start with a pretty active pace, and Wanderers, with all their possession, were looking to make as many final third entries as they could. Been consistent across the first half, but just haven't been able to make the most of it yet. Still sitting just 2 shots on target. Canberra, Christopherson, Sanish Floody, Malone, goal scorer, difference as it stands. Kaylee Young. And the ball had gone out of play, and Eunice took a heavy knock. And look, see that Keane. She got to the ball first, just awkward. The landing for Eunice. She's back up on her feet, however. Of course, still just 16 years of age. Ball delivered in, headed back by Caspers. Malone. Floody. Christopherson. There to collect. And she'll win the corner for her team, and that's how they scored. 7th goal from a corner this season for Canberra. They've got the tall timbers, they've got the place, we've seen it from Emma Robers. They go for a similar. No, plays it short this time. It's Floody to Malone. Goes down the box. The Canberra players had shouts for a penalty. Play continued on around them. Sorry. Even if that ball managed to connect with Root, it did look like she was starting from an offside position. Sorry, just has been such a midfield maestro this season for the Wanderers. Coach Anthony Jaggerneck missing in his opinions. Chisari goes for a long range strike again, but this time it was always drifting wide. Chisari thinking, did that take a deflection on the way? Goal kick it is. Does well to win the ball. Oh, tug of the shirt there. Mackenzie, but in the end concedes the foul. Always grabbing at Price's shirt. Clear line of sight to Kelly Jones too. Ticking down of regular time in this first half. Despite all the possession for the Wanderers, it is Canberra leading. Plenty of support in the capital here. He stands at Combank. 1 by Christopherson. Trying to encourage the run of Malone. Picked off by the Wanderers defence. Comes Buchanan. Plays it low. Rovers. That was sliding in with Buchanan trying to chase after that loose ball. So there'll be 1 minute of time added on in this first half. Sally James just trying to repair pitch here at Combank. Sliding tackle from Buchanan. Picked up some turf. Price. Looking to make a run of it. Cut off by Gordon. Pass from Heyman to Malone, now building up. Christopherson just taking it at her own pace. Increasing the speed now. Christopherson. Player in front was always going to be a Wanderer. And with that, Callie Jones calls the end of the first half. Despite the possession and despite the traffic, it is Canberra up. They've had the better of the chances too. Amy Harrison been trying to marshal defence under tough circumstances. It's warm conditions here in Sydney. But of course, it is Darcy Malone's effort off the corner from Emma Robers that remains the difference in this match. Of course, scored in the 25th minute. Plenty of fouls, plenty of tightly won balls and duels and contests. But as we go into halftime, it is Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Canberra United 1. Let's have a look at the highlights from that first half. Well, the Wanderers started off with a lot of attacking intent to begin the game. Opportunities, yeah, well, came off, bubbled off Rue into James. A beautiful run here from Aideen Keane. Tried to take it one way around. And of course, this glove saved, hand outstretched from Hall. Casper's trying to score about Eunice. And then Olivia Price had plenty of time here to force the save out of James. Percentage putting perfectly on the head of Heyman. But of course, here is, look at that goal. It bubbled over the line. There was a bit of confusion, but eventually, Callie Jones blew the whistle. It's the second Ninja A-League goal for Darcy Malone. So a quick look at the stats, of course. Possession really in favour of the Wanderers. They also are leading the shots, but down on shots on target. Passing accuracy up as well. But really, the thing I'll be looking at and going into the second half is that foul count. There's been plenty of fouls. No love lost in the middle of the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the second half.
capital is at risk. Please ensure you understand what is required when investing with eToro.
There's a mountain of football on Paramount Plus, the only place to see everyday leagues, combat Matildas, and Subway Socceroos game live. Stream every game, every goal, and every moment live on Paramount Plus.
Living your home life is hit different. The effort is ridiculous. The go-getters and the creatives. So if you're a free thinker, you'll be right at home. Liberty, loads for free thinkers.
Get ready to cheer, just like Liberty supports the A-Leagues. They're on your team too. Whether you're planning a holiday or buying a new home, they can provide the assist you need to kick your free thinking goals. Liberty, loans for free thinkers.
Reimagine outdoor cooking with the Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Oven. Unlock high-heat woodfire flavour you can see and taste. Smoke low and slow or crank up the heat for blistering crunch. From artisan pizzas to smoky woodfire creations. Add authentic woodfire flavours to anything you make. Share the flavours of your world with the Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Oven.
All right, at half-time here in our A-League Women's matchup brought to you by Ninja. This is a fantastic half-time segment that we do every single match day. Today we're doing two half-time challenges brought to you by Komatsu. Joined by Jazz, Maddie and Eva. They're getting ready for the ball from our centre square here where we kick off the centre circle all the way down to the penalty spot. We're going to kick it and try and roll it. And whoever gets the closest will win a magnificent prize. Thanks to our great friends at Komatsu. Half-time in the men's
Well, it's halftime here at Combank Stadium. Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Canberra United 1. But Sam Kerr Football Centre was bathed in Melbourne City's glory last night. The city clocking an incredible 5-1 over Perth Glory to claim the premiership. Let's take a look at the highlights from the match.
To the near post it goes, and Melbourne City lead. Taylor Otto with a near post run and a well-executed header. And Alexia Apostolakis put the corner in the perfect spot. Lourdes Bosch tried one more ball, looking for McKenna. Bosch wins it back edge of the box. Briley Henry, it's two. Melbourne City have come flying out of the blocks. And Briley Henry, when she is in scoring form, they tend to come in streaks. Can Perth halve the deficit? Fonsong Cam. And a header, a free header, and it's hit the underside of the crossbar, and now appeals for a handball, and a penalty will be given. That ball's going in. I think there's a case for a red. Maybe Rebecca Stott, but a lucky escape. Elena Mires has saved a penalty this season from Tamiki Yalla. Here's Fonsong Cam. And even though Mires went the right way, Perth Glory have a goal back. Susan Fonsong Cam, second of the season. And the plan has worked again. Taylor Otto heads in her second of the game. Melbourne City's 2-goal buffer is restored, and they lead 3-1. Rossbacken, McNamara, Davidson, McKenna. What a move, what a goal! Melbourne City at their brilliant best. And Holly McNamara's 15th of the season might just be the team goal of the season. Ball stuck between the feet. He's going to get caught in possession. Fonsong Cam saved by Mires. A second chance. Brown saved again. After a slip in possession from the City captain, the goalkeeper comes to the rescue. Here's a free kick for Letitia McKenna. She is shooting direct and scoring! Letitia McKenna returning to Perth and putting Melbourne City 5-1 up. Johnston, first time cross, and a header. What a great chance that Perth have missed. Disappointment for Dalton. City trying to change that net to sixth. Bosch is shooting from distance. An undefeated home and away campaign is complete for Melbourne City. The first trophy is in their grasp, and the quest for an invincible season will now turn to finals. But they have proven unbeatable through 23 games.
Look, words can't describe the feelings that are going through my body at the moment. I'm just super proud. From day one, the club has welcomed me, the players have welcomed me. It's been an absolute pleasure coaching them so far. And one trophy down and to go undefeated, you know, I couldn't have ever imagined that. But it's a true testament to the determination and the quality and the focus of these girls. So all the credit goes to them, and yeah, just really excited, and we'll enjoy the night.
I wanted to ask about Holly McNamara, though. This is a player that I understand you're quite hands-on and direct coaching of how she plays her football. She's had an incredible season. We crunched the numbers, a goal every 57 minutes during this home and away campaign.
Well, I think it's not down to me, it's down to her. She's got the quality within her. It's obviously been unfortunate that she's had a few injuries and missed a lot of football. But for someone to come back from 3 ACLs, you never quite know. But her mentality from day one when I walked in the door, the way she did the little exercises and the little details was absolutely phenomenal. And she's a winner, and she's got a huge future in front of her. So we're just very happy to have her at the moment. And if she stays, great. If she moves on to bigger and better things, then good luck.
It's an unbelievable feeling to go back-to-back and do it undefeated is crazy. I really lost for words, and yeah, I feel so happy and honoured to be a part of this team.
The next week is a week off and a chance to enjoy your achievement, but how important is that next trophy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really big for us. It's what we didn't get last year, so that's our goal. A lot of great teams this year, so we're going to celebrate this and then get right back to it. So yeah, next goal on the list.
It takes many hands to give sick kids a better future, but yours
Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Canberra United. Currently 1 goal the difference between these two teams as it stands. Dos Santos sisters in the stands supporting her sister playing for Canberra, and well, it's her side that's up at the moment. Darcy Malone scoring her 2nd goal of the season, the first since that goal against Adelaide United back in February. Well, it's been a pretty tumultuous affair, both sides playing for something. Western Sydney Wanderers playing for pride, where of course Canberra, they have the opportunity to go for a home elimination final if they're able to leapfrog the two teams above them. Well, as it stands at the moment, it is Central Coast Mariners 2, Newcastle 1. Here's 3 points. We'll see them go a little bit further up the table. They'll go on 34 points. Canberra behind them on 33. So potential for Canberra still to finish in 5th place, which means they might avoid playing Adelaide United in that elimination final, which will be next Sunday, 27th of April. Of course, that's the only date we have locked in at the moment. But this game right here is part of a double header. Of course, Western Sydney Wanderers will be taking on Melbourne City in the Isuzu U8 League, coming off at 7:35 for kickoff. Sophia Christopherson and Taylor Young, Haley Taylor Young standing there, getting ready to start the second half. Darcy Malone, the goal scorer in that first half, of course. Looks like Western Sydney Wanderers will be looking to the bench at half-time. Potentially a substitute coming on, more attacking-minded substitute as well. That is what they've been lacking in recent games. Just haven't had the goal scorer as Bronte True come onto the field for Kush LaRue. So True scored the first goal last week, and before that scored the last Western Sydney Wanderers goal, which was 3 games before that. Amy Hall in her Ninja A-League starting debut this week. Came off the bench because that red card to Sham Karmas, who was suspended and unavailable for this game this week, also will miss round 1. Now Michelle Heyman gets us underway in her 201st game. Canberra pushing to host a home elimination final, or at the very least try and avoid Adelaide United next week at Coopers. Get the job done here. The Wanderers as well. They come from behind before, always to win goals, but definitely to draw. Saw that last week as well. Price moves it off of Buchanan. Caspers trying to break free of Robers. And doing well just to intercept the ball. Confirmation of that halftime substitution for the Wanderers. Bronte True coming on, Kush LaRue coming off. So very much an attacking-minded substitution from Jeff Abrams and the Wanderers. Curious to see True start on the bench in this game as well, which has been very influential. Beautiful ball from Savage Floody. Keane just pushes it too far wide to hold it, but Canberra to press forward again. Stopped in their tracks by Chisari. Crowd building nicely here at CommBank Stadium in Sydney's West. Hopefully we'll be able to enjoy the treat of football we have ahead of us in this second half. Involved every direction for Canberra. Buchanan finds True. Defenders, the Wanderers are getting involved in just the footing there. Heyman. Well, Michelle Heyman, what can she do here? And wide. The ball went to ground quickly. A strong opportunity to start the second half from Canberra United. looks like there'll be an early substitution here. Mary Stanish-Flamini seemingly limping a little bit as she comes off. Joanna Dos Santos, the player to be replacing her. So
Substitution for
the
Canberra.
end Mary Stanish-Flamini's game today. Well, been an impressive player this season.
Being replaced by number 7, Inaya Dos Santos.
Santos coming on for her 24th Inter A-League appearance. So both teams going to the bench early. Malone taking down Gordon to be in charge of the ensuing free kick. Of course, Dos Santos' sister's in the stands there to support her sister now that she's made her way onto the pitch. So you'll see, of course, the other Dos Santos team played like first game Friday. Gordon goes for the strike. Bethany Gordon! Are you kidding me? What a wonder strike against her former team. Well, that is a brilliant goal to make it 2 for Canberra on the road. Just her second goal of the season, the 4th in her career, and it's some strike at that. A lot of talk about top bins as of late, and that is beautiful for Bethany Gordon. Just absolutely hitting the right angle there. She's very happy to celebrate that one.
Scored by player number 32, Bethany Gordon.
Caspers, well, Wanderers looking to get underway. 2-0 down now, the 50th minute. Gordon with a stunning strike. You have to think, can't help but reflect on what happened in their game last week. They were down 2-0, but of course this was much earlier in the game, able to fight their way back a couple of times to secure the draw. They have the goal scorers there in support. Bronte Trues made her way onto the field. Dos Santos doing well in one of her first involvements to win the ball and go on a little run. Heyman there to back her up. Pickpocketed by the Wanderers defence, and the ball kind of swung into the middle of play with no exact target. Peg one back, but only hits the side netting. Lee James looking to try and secure her 6th clean sheet of the season. Still hard to believe she's just 22 years of age. Started with Canberra, went to City, went to Glory, came back at the start of this season, really cemented her place. Following the departure of Chloe Lincoln. Gone on as a train-on for the most recent Matildas camp, and well, Tom Simani sitting in the stands at this very stadium, going to be impressed by the young goalkeeper's performance in this match. Caspers. Guided out by Malone. Buchanan goes the longer option to True. Play it back, needs some more space. Buchanan crosses it in, headed away by Taylor Young. Matos was travelling away from goal, trying to bring it back through Harrison. Dos Santos. touchline. Jana Dos Santos wanted to keep it playing quickly. From the wrong position, so Holly Jones will make sure it's set appropriately. And his sister in the stand. The side unfortunately didn't make finals for the first time in Sydney FC history. The game at hand. True. Pushing down the line. Well, it's both Mackenzie and Asen had to be called upon to stop her. Prolific goal scorer last year. Bronte True in the NPLW. Gordon. Is it low for Rovers? Heyman. Some tight situations players are trying to break themselves out of. Mackenzie looking for a long throw, and Buchanan. Heyman concedes a foul on Buchanan. She looks to both the referee and the assistant referee to seek clarification on the call. Possession remains pretty steady to what we saw it in that first half. Overall, still 62% to 38% in the Wanderers' favour, but they are the side down by 2 goals as it stands. Tangle with Taylor Young and Matos. All the City players watching on. Alone. Well, corner well won by Canberra. It doesn't seem like we're having many ventures towards the final third or within their 18-yard box, but they've made the most of the opportunities that have presented themselves. Rovers to take the corner kick, directly involved in that first goal. And she had another assist to her name for this season, Rovers. The feet of McComiskey, then Gordon, well, palmed away by Hall. Must be getting mighty confident in her shot-stopping ability. It looked like Bethany Gordon was on for a brace in this game. Off that volley. Heyman. Mason. And Matos just there to clear. Block. Have a look there. Brilliant from Hall, but a great strike from Gordon. So a change here for Canberra United.
Substitutions for Canberra United.
So goal scorer, Darcy Malone coming off.
Number 25, Darcy Malone.
And it looks like Holly Murray and Ruby Nathan coming on. And Michelle Heyman's night also over. Double substitution for Canberra United. Heyman and Malone off. Murray and Nathan on. Holly Murray coming on. She's featured more so off the bench this season than any starts. A lot of changes early from Canberra United. They know they've got the finals awaiting them. They don't have the luxury of Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City to have that week off on the first week of finals. They'll need their players fit and firing, and considering they're up 2 to the good before we even hit the 60th minute mark, opting for caution in this moment. And McKenzie sending Price to the floor. Strong tackle from Keane. Buchanan just limping slightly. She gets back up from the ground. Fouls in this match, 8 to 7. Western Sydney have committed more fouls than their average across the season so far. They're also the team that have conceded the fewest yellow cards, so they're in for the fight in this match. Gordon looking to try and just play the line. Buchanan taking the throw. Abrams, well, he's been interim coach since early January. Made permanent on the 25th of March. So looking for that first win since he's been made permanent. Good coach of this Wanderers side. Looks like Sienna Silvestre waiting in the wings. One of the most exciting players in this league. Of course, a young Matilda as well. Scored some brilliant goals. The young Matildas at the Pacific Oz Four Nations tournament back in February. True. Puts it in the air. James comes out to collect. Dos Santos on the run. Long ball, long way from home. The Wanderers will try and build up from the back now. Hour played in this game. Caspers goes to ground. Scored last week. Plenty of goal scorers last week in that match. Great run in February. Holly Caspers, where she scored in 3 consecutive games. All in the 88th minute or later. Murray. Kenzie looks to be the player up front for Canberra United now, a long way from where we've seen her play throughout most of this match. So it will be the substitution now. Holly Caspers will not have the opportunity to go back to back, and Sienna Silvestre makes her way onto the pitch. One of the most exciting players, the leading goal scorer for the Wanderers this season, also has 3 assists to her name, so 10 scoring involvements for Sienna Silvestre. Ball at her feet. What magic can she create in this match? Still plenty of time for her to do her best work. They head a true. Well, with the result of that Central Coast Newcastle match, Central Coast have put themselves in the best position to potentially host the elimination final. The other one, 34 points. Canberra, well, they could be finishing as high as 33, but it does look like they will not be as finished. I'll guarantee the highest position they can finish for the rest of the season is 5th position. Nathan on the ball. Now, Nathan has been the player up front since Heyman came off. It's a New Zealander. Wanderers look to clear. James, who very impressive as mentioned, came into this game with 73% safe percentage. 44th match. Here comes Bronte True, and it's a beautiful goal from Bronte True. She pegs that one back for the Wanderers. There goes Canberra United's hope of a clean sheet, and it's the substitute who's made the impact. Goal from Eunice, and then somehow Bronte True just makes the magic. A tight angle, Asen right on her tail, able to chip it over the goalkeeper. Came on at half-time, has had the impact, and the Wanderers peg one back. Are we in for a repeat of last week? I'm sure every person at home, the neutrals, would love to see that. But with that, 2-1 and game on. How will Canberra react to the Wanderers pegging one back? Will they try and force more goals? Will they set up with that low block? McKenzie to Keane. Try and give chase. Hall was in two minds to peg back, and then Harrison there to meet the ball before it got to Ruby Nathan. Delivered in. Well, we're looking to bring it long. Play. So Canberra. Let's have another look at Bronte True's goal there. Wonderful technique on the strike to get it over the goalkeeper. Celebrate as soon as it came off the boot. And well, Western Sydney Wanderers, 7 goals they've scored from their substitutes this season. Only Melbourne City, the premiers, have scored more with 8. Silvestre. I know they've got goal-scoring talent aplenty that was on the bench in the starting lineup. 2 of those players have made their way onto the field. Silvestre and Harding. Silvestre and Bronte True. Sophie Harding still sitting on the bench. Could we see her feature in this match? It was last year's Julie Dolan medalist. And here comes Nathan. It off the ball by McComiskey. Both these teams have the ability to score late in this game. Western Sydney Wanderers have scored more than half their goals after 60 minutes. 26, a quarter of their goals have come after the 75th minute mark. So definitely a side that builds in and come back late in the game. Will we see that again in today's match? There's still late drama ahead of us. Canberra seem to be the side in control. There's 2 goals. Can they add a third here? On the ball from Taylor Young in the end. Out for a goal kick. Taylor Young was a prolific goal scorer through the ranks Canberra United Academy. Both her and Sasha Grove, one season combined for 60 goals. Grove, of course, now playing with Western United. Made that move in the off-season. Taylor Young, this is the entirety of season 23-24, so been very reliable for United this season. No return post-injury. Kane. Blocked by Chisari. Murray looking to use Dos Santos. Dos Santos tries to cut inside. Dos Santos block shot by Buchanan. Another long-range effort. Hall puts her arms up in the air to collect. Bethany Gordon, she scored off that brilliant free kick. Had, of course, a goal against Western United last month. From Gordon to cut off Silvestre. Stands out of the way of her teammates. He's left, right and centre hitting the deck. All fair and legal, according to Kelly Jones. Eunice. Finds True, Bronte True. In the middle is Silvestre. Around for Harada. And now Christopherson. Jules in this game. 34-1 by Western Sydney. Christopherson to Nathan. Ball at her feet. Ruby Nathan. And she goes for the low option. Hall adds another save to her tally. Gordon to Kane, Murray, Dos Santos, back to Gordon. This has been the story of the night for the two goalkeepers. 5 saves for Western Sydney Wanderers, Emily Hall. 3 for Canberra United's Sally James. Scoreline reads 1 to the Wanderers, 2 to Canberra. You have to wonder, is there more left in this game? More goals, more drama. Silvestre from distance. Well, if there's a player to ever be excited by, and especially when it comes to long distance strikes, it's certainly Sienna Silvestre. Last time Western Sydney Wanderers played at this venue at Combank back in December, it was their first win of the season. 5-1 thrashing of Western United. And Sienna Silvestre with the hat-trick, of course. Price. Emma Robers did well to bring herself between Price and the goal. Who will be taking this corner kick? Well, looks to be Olivia Price. Silvestre's capable as well. She scored all her goals off that left boot throughout the season. Price and Silvestre weren't on the pitch at the same time last week. Price, the player, had to give way once Sham Khamis was red carded at the end of the first half. Here comes Price. Swung in well, bobbles around. Well, a big corner the other side. And the Wanderers fans have something to cheer about. Connection with the header there, Harrison, well, comes off the forearm of Sally James. Well, here's Silvestre. Will take the in-swinging side. Sienna Silvestre finds the foot of Robers. True. Does well. Eunice diving header. Then Price off the foot of James. And in the end, Sally James, wrist arms out. Oh, this game has everything in it. Sally James just taking a second, potentially winded. A few hard breaths in, pointing to the ribs. So True did well. Eunice could have had the spectacular for a debut goal. Could have just been an accidental elbow to the side from friendly fire from a teammate, but both teams will use this as an opportunity to have a conversation, to reset, get some water. It's still quite a warm evening here in April in Western Sydney. James taking in the big breaths. Murray providing a lot of Mackenzie, a lot of that conversation, of course, with Heyman off. It is Robers who is donning the armband for Canberra United. Is this, you're going to see Sophie Harding make her way into the pitch and into this game. Jeff Abrams overlooking the game, trying to see what his side could potentially do in the last 15 or so minutes of regular time. Matos. Nathan. Dos Santos. And the flag goes up. Joaquin has an opportunity to connect. Sneaky little back flick, back heel from Eunice. Buchanan ricochets off the boot. Gordon still somehow manages to find Eunice. Murata to Chisari. Stretched Eunice. Off balance, somehow finds True in the middle. But the flag is up. So at the end of that attack for the Wanderers. So look there, Bronte True, well, always looking a little bit offside. The defenders just still need their run a little bit. Nathan. One ball scoring back to Santos. And then pushed out by Chisari. So we're slow moving at this point. And this game has had these little ebbs and flows of energy on both sides. And since there was that brief break in play regarding Sally James, it's been a little bit slower off the start there. Eunice. Matos. Looks long. Too long in the end. James happy to put herself over the ball. Crowd builds, so does their volume. Trying to throw the opposition keeper off her game. Keane. Aideen Keane. And Ruby Nathan gets her debut Ninja A-League goal and puts Canberra 3-1 in front. Oh, massive moment for the New Zealander to get her goal. The Canberra United fans are very pleased with that. Her 34th appearance in green, her first goal. And a beautiful delivery in for Aideen Keane. She squared it out well. The first touch, a little awkward, but it was there in the right positioning to make sure that one was sent into the back of the net. Now Canberra go 3-1 up. Canberra just doing something. Well, it looks like a double substitution for Canberra United. Kroko Majstorovic coming on for her first minutes of the campaign. Sally Janes coming off. And Aideen Keane coming off for Maya Makovsky. And also we'll see the introduction of Sophie Harding with Olivia Price coming off. So, well, Canberra United completely cleared the bench there. Sophie Harding coming on. Well, to bring up last week's game again, we saw the Wanderers in this position. They still fought back to 4-4 down from 3-1. They were down 2-0. Just can't help but look at the similarities between those games to know that this one isn't over yet, despite that goal from Canberra United. Massive moment from Ruby Nathan to get her debut goal here. Kroko Majstorovic had a couple of appearances last year, especially when Chloe Lincoln was out. The Under-20 Asian Cup. First time you see Sally James on the bench at all. She's played every available minute up until this point. And, well, Maya Makovsky scored her second ever A-League goal at this very venue. Back then she was playing for Melbourne Victory in 2001. Eunice swings it in. And the header bobbles away from goal. And a follow-up shot goes into the stands. Majstorovic, obviously on the books of Melbourne City as well, had her first appearance with them. It's called Canberra United home the past 2 seasons. Harding, Chisari, True just stays on side. Bronte True. It's a good save from Majstorovic, getting involved in the game. Well, Beth Gordon is on the ground and Canberra United have cleared out, grabbing at that right hamstring. You see that she just goes down and then immediately clutches it right in the bottom right corner of your screen. So will Canberra be forced to play out with limited players on the pitch due to injury? Oh, the knee going out sideways there. Initially thought it was the hamstring just because of where it was grabbed, but no doubt that is the ACL test there. So again, it will have another break in play here. This time the teams aren't really connected. They're all spread out in their numbers, so seemingly don't need to have that little bit of reinforcements at this point in the game. Not long to play, regular time, and Anthony Jackanek, he's really hoping to be able to finish off the home and away season with 3 wins in a row. Gordon has made her way back onto the pitch. Harding. Majstorovic a long way out, has to use her chest to bring it down. Eunice does well despite the congestion around her. Canberra defenders not making it easy for her at all. Murata out to Harrison. Harrison bounces past. Well, it comes off the fingers of Majstorovic, so it'll be a corner. Flashes past. Corner swung in. Silvesca gets a boot to it. Stopped in its tracks by Taylor Young. Chisari now played the low option. Harding. Gordon on the ground can only try and stick her legs out to stop the ball coming towards her. Markovsky. Dos Santos. Back to Gordon. Looking to slow up the play a little bit here. McKenzie. Harrison, let's go in front of her. Here comes Nathan. Can she double her luck today? Christopherson came sliding in, but blocked. Taylor Young looks up at goal. Sails over. Buchanan on the ground with the cramp. Injuries building in. Wanderers know that they don't have long left in their season. Can they still come out of this game with something? Over top. Touch from Christopherson was a tad heavy. Just the third time this season that Canberra United have scored 3 goals. Of course, they scored 3 back in round 1 against Brisbane Roar. Like we'll see the last substitution for Western Sydney's outfield. Talia Eunice coming off. Amelia Bennett coming on. Young defender. Young Matilda. McKenzie. Gordon. Taylor Young. Murray. Holly Murray. Blocked well by Chisari. Looping ball. Rovers doing well. Harding wants to take the throw quickly to True. Receives the ball back. Long ball, long cross in. Harada in 2 minds plays the shorter option. And Silvestre goes from distance. So the shot's definitely building for the Wanderers. They've had 12 in this second half, just 7 in the first. Only 3 on target, however. Able to get that goal back. And they potentially get another 20 shots total for the game. Canberra at 14. Again. And it forces it out. Well, Canberra 8 on target to Western Sydney's just 6. Up 3-1 into the final minute, regular time. Dos Santos goes to strike long and again just wide. Just 1 goal to her name in 24 Ninja A-League career games. Can she add another this evening? Bennett. 5 minutes of time added on in this match. Seen plenty of goals. After the 90th minute mark for Western Sydney. Saw one last week, of course, through Sophie Harding. Sienna Silvestre, since she's come on, has had 5 shots on target. Can she 5 shots? Can she add another one? Looking for the head of Harding. Chisari. True. Toss. Taylor Young bursting through with speed. Finds Nathan. It's the ball behind Dos Santos, but he's able to recover it. Christopherson down the other flank. Again, the work from Buchanan. It's a fair chunk of the start of the season due to injury, but it's been very important to the Wanderers, especially with Alexia Postolakis leaving the Wanderers at the end of last season to join Melbourne City. And everyone put their hands up for that ball in the end. Awarded a goal kick. Dos Santos. Murray, Holly Murray to the feet of McComiskey. Matos on the looping ball and Harding. Masterovic still a long way away from goal. It looked like a very dangerous position for the goalkeeper to be in. Chisari. Wanderers still looking to build up. You know, time is not in their favour, but they can still do something here. Just the last couple of minutes of this season. Canberra, of course, will go on at least another week they have guaranteed. Wanderers only minutes. Buchanan. Out wide to True. And the flag goes up. Canberra look to start an attack or Will they be patient here? Keep the ball away from the Wanderers as much as possible. Another look. Was able to get the edge of her chest to bring the ball down. Majstorovic. So a corner here for Canberra. Maybe they could make it 4. 90 or so seconds left in this match. Santos. There she has Murray to her left. Santos. Headed down by Christopherson. Well, the ball will stay deep for Canberra. Santos forced to go collect. McKenzie. Murray. Makovsky, rather. Concedes the foul. Sorry. Leaves it for her captain in Harrison. Murata. Gordon. Again doing so well as she has done all game. Buchanan. It's one way then the other. Well, Carly Jones puts the whistle to her lips, and that is the end of Western Sydney Wanderers season. Canberra United putting themselves in the best possible position to climb the ladder in the final round of the home and away. Ruby Nathan getting her debut goal in her 34th appearance for the team in green. While there were hopes of a Western Sydney Wanderers comeback, Owen left it potentially a little bit too late. They were able to peg a goal back, but it was all one-way traffic for Canberra United. 1-0 at half-time, 3-1 the final score. We're up 2-0 at one stage as well. Before, of course, the first goal through Darcy Malone. A brilliant free kick from Bethany Gordon. And of course, finally, that goal, the debut goal from Ruby Nathan. So it ends at Combank Stadium. Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Canberra United 3. Well, in the end, plenty of highlights from this match. Sally James being forced to get involved early in this game. And of course, this beautiful effort here from Aideen Keane. Trying to cut it inside, put it back for a captain and Heyman, forcing Hall into a decent save.